It started off as a normal day for two Russian oil tankers. They were sailing from the Black Sea through the Kerch Strait to the Sea of Azov, transporting more than 4,000 tons of oil. But soon, disaster struck. One tanker split into half, drowning in the waters. Another went adrift, but managed to control itself. One crew member was killed, a few remain missing, and Moscow has set up an emergency team now. The images are quite dramatic. The Black Sea has seen a rise in conflict since the war in Ukraine began. So was this too an act of war, or was something else at play?
It was a stormy Sunday morning in the Black Sea, and in its treacherous waters, a maritime nightmare unfolded. The incident involved two Russian oil tankers. Battered by relentless waves, the sea turned into a death trap. The first to meet its fate was the Volgoneft 212. Hit by a monstrous wave, the tanker snapped in half, crushed by nature's force. 15 crew members were on board. 12 were rescued, 1 lost their life, and 2 remain missing in the chaos. But the disaster was far from over. Just minutes later, the Volgoneft 239 found itself in peril in the same area, facing the same ruthless conditions. The ship lurched towards certain destruction. On board were 14 crew members, their fates uncertain. Rescue operations were halted due to the raging weather. These incidents took place in the Kerch Strait, a narrow but crucial passageway separating Russia from Crimea. The strait connects the Sea of Azov to the Black Sea, one of the most important shipping routes in the region. Both ships were transporting a heavy load of fuel. The Volgoneft 212 alone carried 4,300 metric tons of mazout, which is a thick, low-grade oil. When the tanker split and sank, videos captured a black oil slick spreading through the waves. Russian officials have since confirmed an oil spill, but the full scale of the damage remains unknown. Environmental experts are racing against time to assess the impact. The ships belong to Volga Tanker, a small Russian shipping company. Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered the formation of a working group. It will be headed by the Deputy Prime Minister. The team has 2 immediate priorities: rescue operations and environmental damage control. So what led to these incidents? Well, bad weather was part of it, but a major reason was the age of the tankers. The Volgoneft 212 was 55 years old. It was recently refitted with the center cut out. It is in this section that the ship broke into 2. The Volgoneft 239 was also built in 1973. So these were very old ships, and Ukraine has blamed Russia for the accident. They said Moscow violated operating rules leading to this oil spill. But this isn't the first such incident in the region. In 2007, another tanker from the same company, the Volgoneft 139, split in half during a storm that led to nearly 1,000 tons of oil spill. But since the war, Russia has been using what's called ghost tankers. These are old oil tankers, not too well maintained and lacking insurance. Moscow uses them to transport oil and avoid sanctions. Which brings us to the Black Sea itself. It has become a zone of military conflict since the Ukraine war, and that has led to the rise in deaths among marine life. This incident will just exacerbate the situation. With the Black Sea's waters still raging, the clock is ticking. Can this maritime disaster be contained? Or will it leave a permanent scar on the region and its waters? We find out soon.
Где рана? А, рана там. Рана внизу. Вот туда, опять он это, да? Расходник, он да, да. Вот сейчас Вика будет делать. Пошли мы.
Пеноспрей.
Вроде была, нет, было задание просто. Не надо так близко. Мыть ее надо? Нет, надо ей дать.